Here we are in section 4-1, exercises numbers 18 through 23. Translate the following into mathematical statements. So we're going to use variables, and so here we have John. Let's put that as a J. Is going to be the equals 5 years older. Older is going to be a plus sign than Maria. So J equals 5 plus M. There we go. Now you could say Maria and then add 5 onto it. That makes sense. You could have an M plus 5 if you wanted there. Okay, number 19. 7 less than a number equals 5. So we know that we're going to have an equals 5 over here. So a number, call it n. That's a good variable, or you could use x if you wanted. Now, less than is subtract, but we have to watch out. Remember, this one has less than. Actually means subtracted from. That's important to note. 7 less than a number, like 7 less than 20, you don't take 7 minus 20, you take 20. So we got to make sure this guy goes over here, n, and 7 less than that means we subtract 7 from the n, and that equals the number 5. So that will be our answer on that one. Okay, number 20. Chris, that's a K, good, is means equals 17 years older than, so older than, that's plus, and we could do the same thing. You could be added to, so we could take whatever's over here and then add 17 to it, but with addition, it doesn't matter which way you do it. So 17 plus twice, that is 2 times Charlotte's age, so we'll call that a C. So 2C, and all we have to do is put it right like that. So 17 more than 2C. And so if you wrote 2C, twice Charlotte's age, and then added 17, that would be all right as well. Okay, number 21. The radius is 5 less than, again, better to think that as subtracted from 4 times, it's a dot, the height. So 4h is over here. So we're going to have the radius is 5 subtracted from 4h. That's right. R equals 4h minus 5. So this is 5 less than. Again, less than means you switch it over here like that. Okay. Next one, number 22. Twice the number of nickels. So that's 2 times the number of nickels, n. So that's 2 times n. We can just write it as 2n is equal to, that's going to be an equal sign. Yeah. Hard translation there. 3 less than, and again, that's subtracted from. So that means we're going to put it over here as a minus 3. The number of pennies. So the number of pennies is what you're subtracting 3 from. So that's going to be 2n equals p minus 3. Good. Now it's in a math statement. All right, and the last one. Here we have, it's a little bit, this one's a tough one. There are 4 times as many horses as cows. We know we have H and C. But you're like, do you take 4 times H or 4 times C? And where's the equal sign? This one is the only way I can do this consistently is to think through, okay, so there are 4 times as many horses or cows. So the number of horses is big. So I write the number of horses. There are 4 times as many horses as cows. So the number of horses is 4 times the number of cows. Oops, let's write that right. Okay, cows. All right, so the number of horses is 4 times the number of cows. Now notice that these two say the same thing. There are 4 times as many horses as cows. That means the number of horses, H, is 4 times the number of cows. There we go. That rewriting of it, that makes sense. You say, oh, there are 4 times as many horses or cows. You're like, oh, wow, there are lots of horses and a few cows. And notice that this makes sense. If the number of cows is 2, 2 times 4 would be 8 horses. So it makes sense. Good.